Come on
Good
in.
morning.
Good morning. Friday morning. Listen, we trying to get it together behind these things, make it pop and do what. And that is what it is for today. But y'all know what? It's a beautiful day to be empowered. And y'all see we got our girl Courtney on with us again today. So y'all know she is our special guest for Fridays. And I'm just loving having the conversations that we've been having. You know, Courtney has she's the author of several books, but the one we're highlighting is Dear Black Man, You Are Love. Good morning, Tina. It was good to see you this morning. Good morning. Uh Farika said, thank God I'm in here this morning. Amen. And Miss Phyllis, um, good blessed Friday morning, empowered women and men of God. Amen. Amen. Good morning, Lewis. Listen, shout out to everybody who gets up and shows up for us Friday morning.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You
Thank you.
listen, they get up and show up with us on a Friday morning.
Okay, Angela, should we gotta tell them at the beginning what we're doing next
Let's
week?
get them ahead of time because they go, hey, girl.
Y'all know I love some good drama, right? Y'all know I love some drama, some pettiness. I love some drama and pettiness. And then when you can roll in a message from God all in it, I'm like, yes, all eyes, because I love some drama, pettiness, but it still has a message. You just have to pay attention. Life can get crazy, drama, but God's still blessing you. You need to sometimes tune in.
Yes.
So y'all know Tyler Perry is our boy. You know Tyler Perry been doing it big for us for years.
Yes.
And I tell you, that man is blessed. That man is anointed. Everything he touched has something crazy. It's a twist. He loves some twisting. So Reverend Pat, where you at? Where you at? Next week, y'all, we gonna talk about. I need y'all to Saturday catch up on the beauty. What is it? Beauty in Black.
Beauty in Black.
Beauty in Black.
Beauty in Black. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I need you to go and tune in and catch up on the episodes.
Run past it. I'm here. Yes, boom. We'll be here for that.
Yes, because Reverend Pat, y'all know she's a woman of God, but she loves saying some craziness too, and she gonna bring God in it and bring it out in one. Both seasons. Reverend Pat said, I need you to catch both seasons.
Both seasons. Start from the rooter to the tutor, baby. Get it all
and y'all,
in.
because you have to know what we talked about. We don't want you sitting there trying to Google who is Kimmy, who is this person. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna have this. We're gonna roll into the last week of September. What is it? Is it on
Netflix?
Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, ask your sister what her code is. And
Cynthia Lewis said, I already watched, baby. She ready for the
See, are you
conversation.
already, Cynthia? Are you already caught up completely? Because I still have a few episodes left.
Yes, I have
All I
two
want to
left.
say is, those that are last will one day be first.
Hey,
Ain't that
see,
biblical?
Courtney,
The,
see, Courtney.
the first shall be last, baby. The last shall be first. Cynthia said all of it.
Period.
Okay,
All of
so
it.
Cynthia, you can't say nothing either. So
Because you know
Bree,
what? Let me say this. People, and I understand, people have so much to say about Tyler Perry, but
they
that's
do.
life. Because everybody's not gonna like you. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Every show that he makes, every movie that he has. Oh, let me before I say it, let me let her go on and say it even better. Don't be too holy to not watch it. Fast forward through the stuff that might make you squirm. It's about a life you probably can't
Can't
imagine.
imagine.
I
And
know that's right.
it is principles up in there. What I do like about Tyler Perry, even though people say, "Oh, he always trying to put out the struggle. He always making black women look like that,"
No,
It's the
and
reality.
you feel like that. But at the same time, there's always a message.
it's
And
always
a
a
lot of times we
message.
get caught up in certain things and miss it. And maybe you didn't get it from Medea. Maybe you didn't get the message from the straw. Maybe you didn't get the message from some of the other movies he's done, A Diary of a Black Man, Black Woman. But
Yes.
it's some stuff in there that, like Courtney just said, the first will be the last shall be first.
Shall be
You gotta
first.
know that there's some things in there. It's an underlying theme that you gotta get in your spirit and see past just what you're looking at
And
on.
you're gonna think that way if your mindset doesn't expand past surface level.
Yeah. Yeah. You have
That's
to.
it right
Uh,
there. Rumpet said
but
he writes based on the life that he lived. He
yep.
writes based on his environment and life
And life
experiences.
experience.
That's what I say. It's a reality.
Yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
reality.
But
That's
it's
what
not
Cynthia
like
said,
your normal
reality.
reality TV. Like
Correct.
because reality TV just do drama and just leave it there. No, he does drama. He brings God message and he brings peace. Peace past your understanding. You don't understand why, how, what, but peace. And you're right. He talks about his life is the all his shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's his life, and I love it because he gives me one of my things this year is I have lived the worst days. My worst days are all behind me.
Mm-hmm.
His shows these people have been having the worst life ever, but it's all behind them. It's behind them. You can still live a great life despite it all.
Despite your circumstances, and we ain't never what they say, we ain't never going back. Look, whatever
Never,
you experience
never,
moving forward,
ever.
all of my days moving forward are going to be better than the days before. And you got to have that mindset. That is how you need to operate in life. I'm not wherever I'm at today, I don't have to be there tomorrow. Where I'm at tomorrow,
And
I don't
won't
have to be
be.
there next week. And get that in your mind that suddenly God is going to bring me some things. It's going to drop down on me. The things that, and you know how we say the things that we prayed for. Some
That's
people
right.
are living in the days that you prayed for, but you don't even have enough common sense to recognize it and appreciate it. And I'm gonna
My
just sit it
my
out there like that.
circumstances my circumstances aren't the best, baby. Like, let's talk about it. My circumstances aren't the best, but when I tell you, I am literally living out things that I've only dreamed of.
Mm, ain't that something?
Because people equate it to money.
Yes,
Everything is money.
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
and that's just not the case. Everything is spiritual for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Uh-huh.
like, a lot of the things that I've dreamed of, it literally had nothing to do with money. It didn't have
Thank
nothing to do with
you.
it's the
Nothing.
experience for me.
Right. And
It's
that's the
it's the being
relationship,
able to
like
watch.
you say about your son and how you all have gotten close and how he's out here and you're, raising a young black man.
That's right.
That's the beautiful thing. And you get the first seat to see him become the man that
Front
God
row
has
seat.
destined him to be. Such
I
a
love it.
beautiful thing. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
It's a blessing.
it's a blessing. Cynthia, Reverend Pat said, if you want to understand him, watch his documentary on Prime Video,
Oh
Maxine's
yes, it's
Baby.
so good.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
You
hey,
need to
it'll be
watch. You
my.
need to watch
I need to
that.
go
Put
watch
it on
that too this
this
weekend. That's another
weekend.
look. While you
That's
binging
another one.
on Beauty and Black, go and get some of the back history to Tyler Perry for on Maxine's Baby. Cynthia said some of us are living off of our grandmother's prayers. So true. I'm telling you.
My grandmother, my mother's mother, she turned 90. She would have been 99 September the 15th.
Really?
She been
Oh,
24 years,
wow.
and she would have turned 99. And when I tell you, it brings tears to my eyes to think about if she would see the woman that I am now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Girl,
like
don't start that because you'll put
There's
me
nothing like a grandmother. Do you hear
for
me?
because
real.
if my
Nothing
grandma,
like a
if
grandmother.
my mama, because my grandma was my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh Jesus. But she does. She already knows. She in heaven. So girl, she know what's going on.
Right. You
She
right.
knows what's going on. But we can't get deep in this because I want to make sure because we can talk about the pre. It can be a whole show.
Yeah,
Just
a
the
whole
pre.
show, a whole hour
Just
or 2 hour show.
yes. But please participate with us and catch up on Beauty and Black. Catch up on it. Don't try to do 500 things while you try to watch it because it's gonna
Yeah.
catch your
Sit
attention.
down so you don't miss anything. Look.
Yes, sit down, grab you some popcorn and enjoy the episodes because it's worth watching.
Yes.
It's
It is.
worth us, and then we're gonna talk about it. Because we need people to understand that it's nothing wrong with watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's called entertainment.
Right.
but
Every
when
now and
you're
then you can slide something in. It ain't gonna keep. It ain't pinning your
but
head. It
if
just
you
don't.
have a spiritual mind,
Yeah.
if you have a spiritual mind, it's still gonna take you into a spiritual realm. Like it's
Right.
not gonna be a
But you
make
can
based
get
time.
something out of anything that you watch.
Anything.
Whatever you look at, whatever you hear, if you have your ears and eyes tuned to the spiritual, if you have discernment, then you're going to get what you need to get from
You're
it.
gonna get it.
God
Exactly.
is going to bring you something. Nothing is wasted. You know how we feel like, oh, that was a waste of my time. No, it wasn't
No, it
really because
wasn't.
you
It's
could
a
learn
lesson
something
in
from it.
everything. It's a lesson in
It's a
everything.
lesson in everything. We're not taking Miss Doris just said we're not taking L's unless it's a lesson. You hear we're not taking losses. We do lessons around here.
Right.
No
So
losses. It's not a such
just lessons.
thing. I'm
Just lessons.
allergic to it. I'm allergic to it. I'm
Baby, break
allergic
me out
to
of hives. Give
it
me a
gives me
rash, but make
eyes.
me itch. So back to Courtney and being here. This has been such a good September. Every Friday, we have been talking about, dear Black man, you are loved. And you might think or wonder why are we doing that? Father's Day was in June. Whatever you think, like why are we doing this every
Because we
Friday? It's
abnormal.
because it's necessary. So much is going on in the world right now, and y'all know from a political perspective, and that political perspective has shifted over into people's lives, meaning that people are losing jobs. People are,
Mm-hmm.
different things are happening because you share your opinion about things. And the reality is, we need Black men to know that we have high opinions of them. We
Yep.
love you.
We
We
value them.
you. We support you. We encourage you. You can share your dreams with me, and I'm not going to make you feel like it's stupid or dumb or insignificant. You can be vulnerable with me and cry, and I'm not going to tell you, oh, you a punk and suck it up. We have got to, as women, shift how society has told us we need to view our men and understand how God says we're all created in his likeness and image. So nobody's better than anybody else, regardless of whether you think you are or not. God doesn't look at you in that aspect. And so Courtney has taken the time to write a book, to give encouragement, to give inspiration, to give motivation, to say you are loved.
You
But then
are
she took
loved.
time to go behind the scenes and say how you look at yourself matters. The relationship
Mm-hmm.
you have with your father is going to either make you better or it should give you a lesson on, what is going on in your life and how you should shift and change your mindset. But it all goes to speak to, dear Black man, you are loved. And Sparkle, while Courtney's camera's off, how has this impacted you? Like, what are your thoughts been up until now with the things Courtney shared from the book?
Um, it makes me want to do more. To help men
Mhm.
understand that they are loved, and not just the men that I might be attracted to. I'm talking about men overall. It gave me a wake up call. Because men, and I've always felt like men needed us. I do my special thing for Father's Day, where I pass out gifts to fathers that I feel like are great fathers. But it's not just about being a father, a good brother, a good, like, everybody needs love, and love is our key. If we get the process of love, other things are going to fall in line, but it comes from this love. Love makes you act right, do right, make the right decisions. And I believe our men are doing their very best. They're doing the best that they can with what they have, or what they've been taught, or what they've been shown. And it's time for us to step up and show even more, take it to another level, so that we won't have these problems as much as men feel like don't nobody care anyway. So what difference do it make? Long as I get a check, she good. Long as she get child support, she good. As long as I'm passing out gifts, I'm good. It's
But
not
it's
just
not
about
about
that.
what's in your
It's
hand. It's about your presence.
Yeah,
You
Courtney
know,
said it from the very beginning. We think everything is about money. We revolve everything around money. It's some things
uh-huh.
that money can't buy love. It can
Cannot.
make you lusted, like you out there like, give me more, give me more. Because when you pass out money, people only just want more. I want more, more, more. But when you pass out love, they want more of that. And the more love you give is the more that God's gonna bless us. I
Baby,
promise you.
you have never experienced when you get sensitive, you can pierce the inner man. That will make a huge difference. When you have good men in your life, whether it's your father, whether it's your brother, your uncle, your grandfather, your son, your husband, your good friend at work, when you have good men who show up and they really know that you love them, it's a different feeling.
It's a
And
whole different feeling.
it helps women really. We help each other when you can
Mm-hmm.
do that. But Courtney, I want you to kind of go back because we got this weekend and next weekend in terms of really highlighting this book. And what made you, because I want people who maybe this is the first time they're tuning in and even hearing about the book, what made you write it?
So much. Um, I'll touch on, I would say, the top reasons that made me write it. The first and foremost is being a black mom to a black son. And just going through divorce, going through my trauma, um, seeing my son become, angry and just this different child. Like, he went from being this sweet little boy to this disrespectful, angry child, and so I had the notion to consistently be like hard on him, because I felt like that's what I was supposed to do, because that's what my his husband did. I watched my dad be hard with my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, right.
and me not knowing what I now know, when it comes to men. So that, and to go from being married to being a single mother, and it was different for me doing this life all over again. I feel like, because the last time I
Mm-hmm.
was a single mother, my son was like maybe what, 3, 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And so that hit different for me. So a lot of black single mothers ruin their sons. They put so much responsibility on them, far as like being
Mm-hmm.
the man of the house, and not realizing, no,
Right.
he's the man of the house.
He,
He's not
he he
your
don't even know how to be a man.
Yeah, he's not your man. He's not your husband. He's not your
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend. He's not your boy toy. Like, he's none of that. Like he's your
Right.
son. Although he should have chores around the house and certain responsibilities or things that he have to do around the house. Like, okay, that's cool, but the responsibility of being a man of the house, that's too much on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much on them. And I think once a lot of single black mothers realize that, it'll shift the dynamics. And that's really what one of my messages is, for black moms to don't put that on your son.
Do you have a chapter on that? Like, do you have a chapter about that?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
No, I don't. But the whole emphasis, pretty much stemmed, from that.
Mm-hmm.
Stemmed from that. And so wanting him to grow up and be this prominent, desirable man in society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wanting him to know how to navigate through life's challenges, to know how to show up in relationships and be the
Mm-hmm.
man that not only he needs himself, but that woman needs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
And you know
so,
what? I mean, that's good because I'll put a pin right there simply because sometimes I don't think women realize when you put that responsibility on a child and
mm-hmm,
you make him think that you mama's little man, you the man of the
Yeah.
house.
You the man of the house. Yeah.
And when you do that for say, even if it's a woman, put yourself in that thought process. If somebody put that weight on your shoulders when you're thinking like, what does that mean? How do I show up? What do I do? What are you requiring of me? I'm stressed out trying to figure out how to be the man of the house that you tell me I am. I don't even know how to do that. So think about it. When you get that level of pressure on you as a young person,
Mm-hmm.
why do you think men act like they act with women? Because I associate you with pressure.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, that's
you
good.
put pressure on me. So when I get with you, I feel pressure because you want me to do everything. And I don't even know how to do that.
I have
But
no
I'm just
clue.
trying to be me. I'm just trying to
and
get
I don't want to let mama down. And I
right.
Mm-hmm.
got to tell her that this is too much for me, or this is
Mm-hmm.
too much on me. So when I get in this relationship, I don't know how to tell this woman that this is too much for me, or I don't know how
Yeah.
to be vulnerable with this woman because I feel like I can be vulnerable with my mama. And
Yeah.
then in
Right.
retrospect, a lot of guys look for their mama in women.
And
Mm,
they look for the mama that didn't hug them. They look for that mama that they wish they would have had. They
mm,
look for that in their woman.
Right.
But it's very hard for a man to know how to be a boy, a youth, and a man all in one. That's a lot of
It's a
responsibility.
lot.
Like you were
it's
You,
a
saying,
lot.
Angela.
I'm dealing with peer pressure. I'm
Mm-hmm.
dealing with the grades.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep my grades. I'm dealing with all this stuff around me, all these feelings. My
Yeah.
body going through changes. I'm dealing with all of this. And think about more so for single moms who don't really have that father figure. You
Yeah.
know, the child's father is not even really in the picture.
Right.
So to me, that's extra pressure.
It
Mm-hmm.
You
is.
know what I'm saying?
It is.
Compared to black boys or black teenagers that dad show up, dad is there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a
It hit a
difference.
little different,
It hits a little different. That is so true.
And another thing that I have noticed, I know even in my life, my older brother, we used to pay out my mama's rent. Like he started selling drugs at a young age because he felt like I have to take care of this house. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have to get out here and do what we need to do for our home. And I know he's not the only one, but it's young boys that have gotten that does out in the streets. They feel like they had to go out in the street because they couldn't go get a job. They couldn't, so
Right.
they had to do whatever they had to do to put a roof over our heads. Like
Mm-hmm.
it,
Because they're responsible not just for their mom. If they got sisters in the household, you
yes,
feel the
he had
pressure
he
of I
had
gotta take care of
younger
everybody. I gotta make
right.
siblings
sure my
in the
sister.
house.
I gotta do everything. Remember, Pat said
Yes.
men can only do what they've been taught or repeat behavior that they've seen. I think far too often we acknowledge this in women, but we fail to apply it to men.
Yes.
There's not something that just automatically clicks in for everybody.
No.
There's some people who they don't know how to navigate through the emotional piece of that. That's why you think men don't share, men aren't vulnerable, men aren't transparent. Well, we've put them in positions where they don't trust that. If
And
I
Yep.
tell
a
you how,
lot. When I tell you, I see so many Facebook posts about a lot of men hate women.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's intentional, but a lot of men hate women. I see it
They
every
scarred.
time they post. So it's like a lot of men hate women, and then you got a lot of men that feel like women, don't appreciate them or don't
ah,
love them, or they can't
true.
be, or they have no one to talk to. I saw a guy a while back. He posted. He said, why express how you feel, or why be vulnerable? Nobody listens anyway, and I come in and I'm like, that's not true. You just speaking to the wrong people,
You
apparently.
got the wrong
Yeah.
one. You got the
But
wrong
that's
women
so,
in your
but it's
circle.
heartbreaking that we have
Mm-hmm.
pushed men, and then you wonder, why do men go outside of our race? Why are they dating and marrying other women? It's because they have felt the lack of love, or they felt
Yep.
the lack of appreciation. They feel like,
Right.
oh, if I don't bring your paycheck, if I ain't paying your rent, if I ain't getting your hair done, your nails done, buying your pair of shoes and doing all this, you don't want me around. You don't include me in your life. I'm just a side
I'm
piece,
just.
or I'm just an accessory, or I'm just, the man to bring in the money, but that's all that you need.
Right.
You want
And,
from
and and the book, I was gonna say the book is just for the men that are trying, but it is for the men that aren't trying too. This for the narcissist. This is for the manipulator. It's for all
Mhm.
of them.
For
All
everybody
the
to
ones
break
that
down to
struggle
the
with those
least.
type of things. Like you need to change. Like being surrounded around people that spark something in you to want to
Mm-hmm.
make that change.
Yeah,
You want to be the narcissist. You no longer want to be the manipulator.
Yep.
You
exactly,
want to you want to
exactly.
be self-aware. You want to be more authentic. You know what I'm saying?
You
As a
tired of being hard. You tired of this
yeah.
area where everybody see you as, oh, I'm hard. Oh, I gotta go get it. Oh, I gotta make it happen. And you're tired, because even as women, we get tired when you start thinking like it's so much, when life is life, and we can go to our girlfriends and be like, girl, I'm just tired. And you can be like, girl, I understand. I know. Hang in there, God
Yes.
got you. You got, but a man doesn't have that same space or place to go to. Well,
Mm-mm.
that said, my father, and how he related to his children and spouse is a prime example. My grandmother was not a nurturing woman. She was harsh. And my dad is in the
Oh,
same way. He felt that he was a good father because he was a provider, but he failed to connect emotionally with
with
his
his
children.
children.
So that
Yes.
said,
He
and
did
they
think
don't
he
have
was a
enough
good
space
father,
to
though.
have their minds renewed, having where they can go, let go, and be real and learn and grow in truth, so they can become free, like spaces like this.
Yep.
Okay, so with that being said, like a dream of mine, or I guess I would say a goal of mine, is I kind of want to have a podcast or a show surrounded around that, kind of like tonight's conversation
Uh-huh.
type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want it to be both men and women, and not more so, oh, okay, we got to be right or y'all got to be right, but
Right.
just men and women with different perspectives, because it's our life experiences, it's
Uh-huh.
our life's upbringing that has shaped the way that
Uh-huh.
we are. Rather it changed, turned into a bad thing, or rather it made us better. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
still
Uh-huh.
that shape us into who we are. So to be able to hear different perspectives, like I tell people all the time, some people are so closed minded, they just go with one way and that's it. It's like
Exactly.
a square. I'm gonna look at all four sides and the space in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Not just the top of the square.
Yep.
Right.
It's not
Right.
about being right or
It's
wrong.
like the word of God. To get an understanding, you gotta go read before and after, so
That's
that you can
right.
get a full understanding
Uh-huh.
instead of just running with that
That
one
one
part.
little piece that matches
Yes.
up with what you believe or what you say or
Right.
what you think.
Yep.
Because it is more to life. And at the end of the day, we also have to have compassion for people and how they grew up and what their experiences are. because everybody has different things. Everybody doesn't have a struggle story, but
No.
everybody hasn't had a whole bunch of money to go and do. That's not everybody's life. Everybody, you may think, oh, well, shoot, what's the problem? Go out and get your job and go do this. Well, some people do that and they still struggle.
And they
you
still
have to,
struggling.
you have to open your mind up and be empathetic and have compassion. And I'm not saying that you want to keep people in struggle stories, because you don't. You want to empower people to know that, believe in your worth, believe in who you are. And sometimes it goes back to having to have conversations about the things that have triggered you. To go back and say, when I was little, I had so much responsibility on me that, you know what I did? I just checked out. I'm
Yep.
emotionless. I just go through the motions. I don't even know how to live life because it was too much. And so I escaped.
Yep.
I was going, you saw me, but you didn't really see me. You weren't
Yep.
looking at me.
I mean, and that goes back to men that have multiple women. The reason why they have multiple women is because each one of them are feeding in them, in each one of them feeding them in a different kind of way. She don't mind listening to my long drawn out story about work and how I had to go through this all day. You know how so many women that here he come ready to talk about his job. All he talk about is his job. Okay, you have to be a listening ear. Don't turn off because I don't want to hear nothing else about this job. But they start, somebody gonna listen. If you don't, then somebody else is gonna listen over here.
And get out of the mentality of feeling like you don't care about that. If they're in your life, why do you care? Why do you not care?
Why
Why do
wouldn't
you
you
not
care?
want to know? And if you don't, then let him go on and be with somebody who does
Vent,
care about that.
vent to me, baby, because I'm a vent to you.
Because what Pat said, why do you think the barbershop is such a sacred place for men? For many Black men, that chair is a place of
It
therapy. They find the
is.
freedom to discuss all the things they feel can't be discussed with women in their
That's
lives.
true.
And
That is
women,
so
let's just
true.
be real. We got
Man,
to get it
bro,
together.
I was trying to tell her this last night. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
As women, though, we've got to get it together and realize that we haven't made it a safe space.
Nope.
And your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your father, your son shouldn't have to go to a barbershop just to feel heard. Teresa said, yes, as a sister and wife, I so try to be open to being a listening ear for them. Men need a place for support too. They
They
do.
do.
They need to have your ear. They
Mm-hmm.
need, they deserve. You know how we talk about, oh, I'm worthy, and you want to have self-esteem and self-confidence. Go ahead, Courtney.
Yes. And another good point. So you know how growing up, we our parents didn't really give us a safe space. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents didn't really give us a safe space, even though they may have showed us love and told us they love us and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to being vulnerable and expressing our feelings, well, we had to hush our mouth.
Yep.
Cause
True.
you,
You
cause
don't
you,
get
you
to ask
talking back.
questions.
You talking back.
You don't
You
question this
disrespectful.
house.
Don't ask me why, because I said so. You know what I'm saying? And so I got out of that mentality. I allow my
Mhm.
son to express himself. Like, express yourself. I want you
Yes,
to always know
Teresa.
you can come and express yourself to mama, baby. You can always come and express yourself to
And you
mama.
can go
My door is
anywhere else.
always open. My door is always open. And
They
because a
do.
lot of men couldn't do that, growing up. So then you get in a relationship or a marriage and you can't express your feelings and that's a lot. That's a lot to not be able to do that. I couldn't do it when
Oh,
I
Teresa
was
got a good
little,
point right
and
here.
I can't
She
She
do it
said,
now.
do.
who taught us as women how to support men? We were told they were supposed to support us.
That's
Woo!
true.
Put
That's
that out
real
there.
good. That's
You know what? Because things shift. And you know what? To be honest with you, when you think about it, biblically speaking, Eve was brought in to be a support to
a
Adam. So
helpmate.
really and truly, society has shifted it to
Yes,
where,
like they do everything else.
like they do everything else, like men are supposed to support us, but at the same time, God brought us in to be a helpmate. So if that's the case,
Believe me, if you treat your man right and you love on him correctly, you're not going to have to ask him to support you. You're
ah,
not going to have to ask him to take good care of you. You're not going to have to
exactly.
ask that.
You know, when we did the Melanin and Marriage episode a couple of weeks ago, and my husband was saying, you know, if you are in tune to the woman that you're with, you can hear her on the phone saying, "Oh, my freezer just went out." She ain't got to come to you. If
She
you're
don't have
paying
to tell
attention,
you.
you're gonna say, "Okay, I know I got to go out here and get her freezer." Or she's having problems with her son and he's acting out and he's doing this and she's stressed out. Let me have a conversation with the young man so I can see, because maybe he'll open up to me where he's not opening up to his mom.
Yep.
But we gotta, it's both ways. We both have to be in tune with the people who are around us. If it's your
We
brother,
both got to do better, because with
we
a
both
lot of
have to do
men,
better.
you gotta tell them consistently. I feel like a man that's in tune with the woman and vice versa.
Uh-huh.
It ain't too much you gotta say, because
No.
I'm paying attention to you.
It's
You know,
Yes.
yeah, on both
I'm
sides.
you,
To
I'm
your mood, to
taking it
when
in.
you
You know what I'm
shift.
saying?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Because you know
So
how they
some
say when
things,
kids are
it's
in
gonna be
school,
in nature. It's gonna be,
it's
yeah, it's gonna be first hand nature. Like I'm
exactly,
gonna know to do it. I'm gonna know to handle that business.
If
You
you
know what I'm saying?
intentionally, if you're intentionally about learning who he is and learning
uh-huh.
who she is, they
And pay
don't need to tell
attention.
you. They
That's
don't have to
right.
tell you I had a bad
They don't.
day. They can hear you, look at you, and
Uh-huh.
like
What's wrong?
you need some love.
Body language, facial expression.
Baby, tone
And
of voice. When people, you know how they say when kids change and you got an active kid and they always happy, and then all of a sudden they shut down, they ain't really
just like
talking, they
Courtney
barely
was
smiling.
saying, her son
Ye-
just started being bitter all of a
Yes.
sudden.
But what if she hadn't caught that? What if she had just went
Exactly.
on and been like, "What's wrong with you? You need to stop acting like that. I ain't gonna have the attitude around here," you know, whatever, and went off. Kathy said, "I tell my grandsons that they can come and talk to me about anything. If you need to cry, then do it. Real men do cry. If Jesus can cry, you can too."
And I haven't seen him do that in so long. Like I don't know what that looks like on him.
Mm.
I haven't seen him. I haven't. Like I hadn't seen him cry. Like some days I was saying to myself, do he need to cry? You know what I'm saying? Like I
He
just
probably do.
seen
He
him cry.
probably need to say, like, sometimes we need to tell them, stop blocking those tears. Tears turn into joy.
It
You
do.
have to release
Because
those
I have been
tears.
so numb. I have been so numb emotionally to the point where I wanted to cry and couldn't. Like you
Good.
just
Yes.
numb. Like you
Like
like
you can't get it out.
yeah. And I've been to that point. So, it's been times where I thought, does he feel like that because of the things that he saw and experienced? Like, that
Mhm.
can damage a child.
Yes,
It don't
it
damage the
can.
parent, the mom, like it can really damage a child, emotionally and mentally.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I say our men need hugs. They need a hug.
They do.
They need a
They do.
embrace, big hug, not a sexual hug. They need just a hug. Just
Yes.
hold them. Who don't want to be held? Who don't want to be held?
Right.
So why do you think
You
they
know,
don't want to be held? But guess what we out of?
time, baby. But listen, take the time to hug the man in your life today, the young man in your life today, the child, the boy child in your life today, and let him know that he is loved and that he doesn't have to perform. He don't have to do all these things. You love him just because it's him. Just because he's in your life. He ain't got to come with a paycheck. He ain't got to come with groceries. He ain't got to come with anything but just him. G said, honey, give them permission to cry and hold them while they do it.
Amen.
And
You
purchase the
are
book and have date night.
Yes, that's
yes.
right. And have that conversation and let him feel safe enough to open up.
To
Thank you,
open
G.
up.
Thank you so much. Listen,
Yes, but don't forget
tell them what the assignment
Beauty
for
in
the
Black.
homework is for the weekend.
This weekend, all of them posts, I should be seeing some posts about some Beauty in Black. Because we are going to break it down next week. Because Monday is fall, y'all.
Is it?
It's the
Oh,
first day of fall.
The
Monday.
22nd.
Yep. Monday's the
okay.
first day of fall. So
Yay.
we
That's
getting
Jenny's
ready to fall
anniversary.
into.
So happy anniversary to the Roys. Let's September
Oh, today's
22nd.
it's
1 year. No, you said Monday is the first day of fall. I was like, the
okay.
22nd is their anniversary. So shout out to
Okay.
the Roys on their
Happy
1 year anniversary. Because
anniversary.
we won't be here on Monday, so we can't shout it out. But we are super excited. Listen, love is in the air. It stays in the air. And I love seeing them. They are a great couple. And stay tuned. You're going to hear a little bit more about them very, very soon. She said, yes. Teresa, thank you so much for being here. We
Yes,
appreciate
Teresa.
seeing you and
Thank
for
you.
your comments. Thank you so much. Listen, this is it. Y'all make sure you go back and binge watch. Binge watch
Binge
Beauty and
March.
Black because we are talking about it next week for sure, for sure. Go ahead,
Y'all have
Courtney. Anything you tell them how they can get the book real quick.
I do have books on hand, so I can do Apple Pay and Cash App and ship directly to you. As a matter of fact, I drop everything in the comments.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Farika, go on and sing
But
tonight.
Ricky said, baby,
Girl.
honey, go ahead on. She's saying, Tony, happy anniversary.
Okay.
Look, I thought
So
she talking about she gonna sing tonight
I
somewhere
know,
for her
I got,
anniversary.
I knew where you was. Look, I got you though. I got you.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
guys.
Have a
You
good one.
welcome.
I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We believe God. We believe God. We believe God. Have a blessed one. We will see you on